Hi, my name's Suzanne, and I run a charity and a business for stopping domestic violence, and I'm also a healer. And today I've got a activating the emergency broadcast system. So this is just to help it when it's ready to come in. Okay, so I stand in the power of my soul, and I see and act as the Creator does. I am the Creator. Rescue and harmonious developments for the world and all beings. I seal and protect this space with my life shield, which I activate now, and I'm protected from evil eyes, evil intent, low vibrational beings. And I'm also going to use the numbers 8888 for divine protection, and I place these around my home, my car, in all areas I go to. And this healing is done with permission from each soul before it's commenced. And all those who do not wish to take part can simply say no, and they'll not receive any energy. And this information cannot be copied or taken, as it's under copyright of the course providers and myself. And this information is from my Genome Healing course, my Lightworkers Reiki workshop, Secrets of Colour Healing book, Divine Masters Ancient Wisdom book, also my own downloads from the Creator God Source. So now we're going to call in Joan of Arc, who was actually a visionary and who encountered Archangel Michael and other saints from the age of 13 onwards. And she developed strength and courage that led her at the age of 17 to hear the voice of God and to expel the English from France in the 15th century. And she also led the French into battle. And she's now an ascended master, and she offers support and guidance and courage to all those who need help. And she was also burnt at the stake for speaking up and having courage in her own life. And I was actually Joan of Arc in a past life. That was me. So I felt that I should actually do this to help allow for the changes to take place. Okay, so thank you, Joan of Arc, for drawing me near and showing me how to overcome the fear of being judged, persecuted, or misunderstood. Thank you for helping me to have greater trust in myself, my inner vision, and the gifts I was born to bring to this world. I welcome your guidance and leadership now, and so it is. And Joan of Arc carries a sword of truth that clears the road ahead. And this activation brings clarity and safety. So now I'm going to do the sword of truth activation that she has. So close your eyes, visualize yourself immersed in a blue light. See the light fall all around you to create an energetic armor for all of you. Now I invoke the spiritual light of Joan of Arc. Thank you, Joan, for blessings and encouragement as I step into my most authentic self. It feels so good to know that even though I may feel vulnerable, I'm protected by your shield of light. Thank you for placing your sword of power before me and for guiding it to my path. I'm ready to walk the path of light. I'm ready to walk the path of truth. I'm ready to move beyond all limiting stories, experiences, and fears. I'm aligned with the path of light. I'm aligned with the highest truth. The greatest gift I can bring to the world is my whole self. I bring my whole self to the light now. I'm led by grace. Thank you, Joan of Arc, for giving me the courage you drew on to win your own personal battles and to share your spiritual connection with the world. I am honored to be led by you, and so it is. And when we align with truth, integrity, and authenticity, we create an openness in our energy field that welcomes in strength and abundance with Joan of Arc's energy. And I can hear her say, let truth be your teacher. Let truth lead the way. When we welcome truth to our lives and our true self without any apologies, the more the world is able to see and welcome their own truth too. And Joan of Arc was burnt at the stake, so she shows us how to rise above fear of persecution and the energy of persecution. And when walking the spiritual path, we can see fear and persecution all around us. And if we are scared in this lifetime of sharing our full spiritual self with the world, there's a good chance that in a previous incarnation that you are persecuted for your beliefs or practices. So calling in Joan of Arc, we can help to overcome the energy of fear. And after being burnt at the stake, she became an ascended master. She vowed to dedicate her spiritual energy to helping all of those walking their own authentic spiritual path and overcoming the energy of persecution. And as we move into the new exciting part of our life here on earth, we will see the old matrix dismantle and it's going to go crashing down to the ground, and we see it happening in our mind's eye, and it returns to the earth as dust and dirt. And the new is going to be rebuilt and created, and it's going to be built with truth, love and freedom in its foundation for all beings on earth and for Mother Earth herself. And we will now remove all puppets that are holding all strings up for the cabal and the deep state. We collapse all of these old structures now, pulling all the old cords out so they cannot be played out anymore. Their low energy games are all collected by God's vacuum cleaner, and I'm going to place them in the quarantine cube so they're gone from Mother Earth's energetic field. We're also going to collapse all Jew machinery used around the world on ships, planes, lands, trucks and places, and place them into the quarantine cube so they can be transformed back to the norm of the Creator. And we're also going to see the collapse of the gates of hell that have been on the earth plane playing out for many beings on earth in many lifetimes. And we see these, we will shut these gates for good and place them in the quarantine cube too, so they can never be used again on Earth or in this or any other universe or galaxy. And we're going to bring in God's vacuum cleaner to suck out all the low energy so it can be restored, transformed by the eternity symbol, the silver white light from the Creator. And we do this against backdrop of the Creator's soul and the light of the Creator. So we'll now collapse this matrix for all beings on Earth. So all beings who are ready can move to a new timeline, which will be on the new earth for us. And we see this matrix in our mind's eye. We pull out all anchors, ropes, chains, strings, cords, beliefs, dysfunctions, and we go back 1 hour before this was all created on the old earth, and we cut all energetic cords with the sword of God. And all contracts, vows, oaths, promises, pledges, verbal agreements, handshakes are null and void this time and date into infinity. And we see all of the matrix fall to the ground, dismantled and dissolved as dust and dirt, go back into the earth to be transformed with love and joy energy. And we're going to use a God patch and a soul from God to heal and fill the void that was left here. So it will now radiate love energy out into the world and the universe again. And I'm placing that on there now. And thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. We're also going to send in the rods of God to seal around the earth that requires this healing energy for all areas that have been damaged from the cabal. We are plugging into the universe power of love from the Creator, connecting this to the crystal grid that's around Mother Earth. And we've plugged into truth, harmony, honesty and love energy. And this power is switched on and activated now for all beings that live on Mother Earth. For we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We are a part of God, of source of all there is. We have unlimited powers, knowledge and abilities to create our lives, to live through love, using the power of our own consciousness. And when we step into our Creator selves and know ourselves to be one with unlimited source of all that is, miraculous things will happen for us. So now we're going to do a healing for being grounded on the landmass we're on. So we're all grounded on our part of Mother Earth that's connected to the earth grids and not from some other part from other lifetimes or timelines. And in this way, we'll not be off balance or off our axis of our soul center, and we are where we're meant to be, and we can stand our ground firmly in our own truth, knowing that we can't be moved off our spot. We will polish our soul here so it shines bright out into the universe. We're going to remove all dirt and dust that was covering it, preventing it from shining bright out into the world. And we're going to place the holy stream of God's light onto it, inside it, and all around it, so it will light up our world for us. And we will go to the point of construction in our soul structure. We'll go to the deepest part of our soul, and we will give a direct impulse which goes to the black core of our brain. This impulse, if disturbed, will create an illness in the body with the nervous system, the vascular apparatus, which is the balance organ in the body. And if off balance and not working correctly, as any deviations from the axis, we see the impulse from our soul. We see this in our mind's eye, and we see that all is clear and clean and runs straight. Where there are no deviations on the axis, this shows problems. Where there are deviations on our axis, this shows problems which will need to be transformed and eliminated. And if we deviate from the truth of our soul, then our physical body will hold an illness and a disease. We have created a clear impulse from our soul that goes to our brain, then to all parts of our body and cells. We are removing all darkness that's seen in the sphere from all different lifetimes that we've lived. These all create a disturbance, so we need to clear all lifetimes, bring them back to the norm of the Creator for us. We make a firm decision now that we have not committed any offences against the Creator or of creation. Once this is done and clear again, the spheres will now start to regenerate. And if our spheres are dark when looking in our mind's eye, it means we have a pact with dark forces or with death. So we make a decision that we have never sealed any pact, and if we have, we will revoke all of this now. We say the destructive structures went their way, and we went our way, the bright path of the Creator. Our paths did not cross. We now see in our mind's eye all spheres start to shine and reconstruct themselves again back to the norm. We say we have not made any pacts, vows or oaths, deals, bonds, indulgences, covenants, pledges, promises, curses, or any evil or natural dark forces. And we were never the cause of any actions against the Creator or of the creation. Now we will use the green rays of light codes and keys to fill the earth so it's all cleansed and cleared from all low energy. And we're going to place a green ray of light over Mother Earth, the beings, the animals, and all plants. And I see this all fall on all auras. We will connect to our heart space and our heart chakra, so we hold love again, love energy again for all on Mother Earth. And this ray of green light will help to clear any imbalance that is on the earth or in and around the beings, and will create harmony in all bodies that are here. The green ray comes from the blue and yellow rays, so it holds these special colours and vibrations too. The green ray of light heals using both sides of these colours with the spectrum of yellow and blue. Green is also connected with abundance and is a very positive bright colour and a vibration that's used for healing. Using this vibration and ray of light will help to bring in more of what we need and to also be generous in what we have in our own life. It is associated with giving and receiving freely, so all returns to complete balance with love, as it is also connected to the heart chakra and the qualities associated with this chakra, like sympathy, kindness, and compassion. These gifts are given out without wanting anything in return. The emerald ray holds the quality of abundance. Green is restorative. It opens, cleanses, and grounds in the energy and the vibration for all. It can also be used for sympathy, compassion, and generosity, and for feeling relaxed and happy in your life. So now we're going to do an exercise with a tree that I found to ground us into Mother Earth and using the restorative power of green. So this is the tree exercise. Stand with your back against the trunk of a large tree. Put your left arm behind you and around the trunk of the tree. Put your right hand on your solar plexus. Now breathe in deeply, drawing in the energy from the tree into your body, so it goes up and down your spine freely, clearing all the energy. Breathe out and do this exercise several times until you feel restored and balanced again. This exercise will help to calm you down if upset or out of balance, to be back in balance again. And if you can't go outside to a tree, then do this exercise in your mind's eye, as it will have the same effect for you. Okay, so now I've got a green affirmation. I am open to receive everything that the universe has to give me. I welcome this energy to me now. I feel the energy and vibration of nature all around me, and it soothes my soul. I welcome in the energy of nature into my soul, body and mind, so I am calm, peaceful, and feeling loved again by all. And we see the patterns of the energy grids of light around the earth. We release all of these low energies and command these grids of light to come into the earth to shine upon the earth as crystal light grids that will heal and transform all beings, animals, plants, and the Mother Earth herself. And by doing this, we'll raise all vibrations back to love energy. Our core cannot be shaken. The axis of our soul is stable and balanced. All decisions of my soul are repaired and realigned with the seat of my soul, so I am balanced and calm in my life. And now I'm going to do an exercise from my Genome Healing course. The Flower, the Crystal, and the Book of My Soul, it's called. We sit in a peaceful garden. We see the beauty of nature all around us, and we breathe this beautiful energy in. We close our eyes, we go into our heart space, we send in love to ourselves and see and feel our heart chakra open with love. We now connect with our soul. We walk through our soul's journey of love. We have lived. We are connecting to the truth of who we are and aligning ourselves with divinity and the source of all that is. We accept with love all messages sent to us by our soul as our true story and our own truth. We trust this with our heart love and see it as our soul communicating to us in a beautiful way. As we walk this journey in our soul, we say the following: I stand in the power of my soul. I see and act as the Creator does. I am the Creator. Rescue and harmonious developments for the world and all beings. I see the flower of my soul in my mind's eye. I look at this flower from all sides. I see how it looks. What kind of flower is it? If the buds are blooming or closed, I check. I look to see if the flowers are healthy or strong. Are they weak or sad? I look to see if there are any other flowers growing here. My soul tells me the state of my being in this moment. If I don't like the flower that's in my soul, I will recreate this again. I say, I create the flower of my soul back to the norm of the Creator, as the Creator originally created it for me. I see an impulse from my soul to materialize this happening. My newly created flower and that of the Creator merge together and become as one. I have renewed the flower of my soul. At this moment, the crystal of my soul appears. It sits at the foot of the flower of my soul. The crystal is the root of the flower. I look closely at the crystal to see if it is clear and shiny or dull like a rough diamond. Using an impulse from my soul, I cleanse my crystal and I create it to be the most beautiful crystal that I can imagine. I merge my crystal with the crystal that I have created for me from the Creator. This impulse now activates and aligns its vibrational structure to that of the Creator's norm. Now I move through and I see the book of my life. I look at this closely. I see what the cover looks like, to see if it is thick or thin, tattered, old, dusty, or worn. I check to see if it is happy, excited, an exciting read, or do I feel upset when I read the contents by looking at the condition and appearance of my book. I'm given an indication of the state of my life. If I don't like the look of my book, I can recreate it. I see the book of my life, and I now create it anew. I can now see it as the most magnificent book that I can imagine, with the most exciting, inspiring content within, with the light impulse from my soul. I now merge my book of life with that of the Creator. I now open my book and I recognize myself in the book of my life. I look through the pages to the spot that I can see the grandest version of myself. I am at my optimum age, in excellent health, vibrant and happy. I see everything is in order and is alignment with my truth of my being. I now focus on the picture and I step through this as if I walk through a thin wall. When I walk through my picture, I reach the point of archiving, or to the point where I stand in my full knowledge of all things. Now the entire structure of my soul appears in front of me. I stop for a moment at this point. I send a light impulse from my soul to illuminate this complete walk with the light of the Creator in front of the backdrop of the Creator's soul. I end this walk I have taken now with the current time and date. So it is. I fix these results and thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. And so it is. Now that we've done some internal work on ourselves, we're ready to step into our new life. We welcome the new life to us. We welcome the finances, the new earth, the new way of beings, so that we can live in love and freedom, as the Creator wanted it to be for us. We welcome all of this to us now and freely accept the emergency broadcast system to start for us when it is ready, so the old system can be brought down and collapsed. Then the new can really begin on earth again. And the spiritual numbers we're going to use today are self-love, 157914, regeneration, 514, and youth and vitality, 2213445, and we put those around the earth now. And I'm now going to cut all cords that I've shared in this healing group, and I'm going to use my hands to cut the energetic cords in this healing now. I'll also cut the ancestral lineage that has been attached on the timeline, and I see everyone having all roots grounded to Mother Earth from our feet chakras, which I see are now open. I bring the earth energy up through all roots, and I fill all entire bodies to 1 meter above all heads. We're now perfectly balanced in spirit, heaven, matter, and earth, and all that is within and around me is now transformed to the light stream that's shining down on all of us now. And thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. And so it is.